Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye.
Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Taprayesu Bhadresu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Utloke.
Bhaktin Bhavatir Naistiti
Bhaktim Bhavatina
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Aya Vasudevaya.
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha.
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Dagopa Kumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Naya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 2, text number 34. So the canto name is Cosmic Manifestation. The chapter name is The Lord in the Heart. So this is the continuation of Sukadeva Goswami explaining about Paramatma. Okay. Please repeat the sloka behind me. bhagavān brahma kārtsnyena
Bhagavān Brahma kūṭa-sthaḥ.
trir anvīkṣya manīṣayā
Trir anvīkṣya manīṣayā.
adhyavasyat kūṭa-stho
adhyavasyat kūṭa-stho.
ratir ātman yato bhavet
ratir ātman yato bhavet.
Word by word burning. Please repeat behind me. Bhagavān,
Bhagavān,
the great personality Brahma.
the great personality of
Brahma,
Brahma,
the Vedas.
Vedas,
Kārtsnyena,
kārtsnyena.
by summarization.
By summarization.
Triḥ,
Triḥ,
three times.
three times.
Anvīkṣya,
Anvīkṣya,
scrutinizingly examined.
scrutinizingly examined.
manīṣayā,
manīṣayā,
with scholarly attention.
scholarly attention.
Tat,
Tat,
that. adhyavasyat,
adhyavasyat,
ascertained it.
ascertained.
kūṭa-sthaḥ,
kūṭa-sthaḥ,
with concentration of the mind.
with concentration
of the mind.
ratiḥ,
ratiḥ,
attraction.
attraction.
ātman,
ātman,
ātmani,
ātman,
unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Kṛṣṇa.
unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa,
yataḥ,
yataḥ,
by which.
by which,
bhavet,
bhavet,
it so happens.
this so happens.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavinda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. The great personality Brahma,
The great personality Brahma,
with great attention
with great attention
and concentration of the mind,
and concentration of the mind,
study the Vedas
studies the Vedas
three times,
three times,
and after scrutinizingly examine them,
and after scrutinizingly examining them,
he ascertained that
he ascertained that
attraction for the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
attraction for the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
Sri Kṛṣṇa,
Sri Kṛṣṇa,
is the highest perfection of religion.
is the highest perfection of religion.
Purport. Sri Sukadeva Goswami is referring to the highest Vedic authority, Lord Brahma, who is the qualitative incarnation of Godhead. The Vedas were taught to Brahmaji in the beginning of the material creation. Although Brahmaji was to hear Vedic instruction directly from the personality of Godhead. In order to satisfy the inquisitiveness of all prospective students of the Vedas, Brahmaji, just like a scholar, studied the Vedas 3 times, as generally done by all scholars. He studied with great attention, concentrating on the purpose of the Vedas, and after scrutinizingly examining the whole process, he ascertained that becoming a pure, unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Kṛṣṇa, is the topmost perfection of all religious principles. And this is the last instruction of the Bhagavad Gita, directly presented by the Personality of Godhead. The Vedic conclusion is thus accepted by all acharyas, and those who are against this conclusion are only Vedavada Rathas, as explained in Bhagavad Gita 2.42. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnanāñjana-śalākaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today's sloka, Sukadeva Goswami is talking about Brahma. So he's saying that the great personality Brahma, he is with the full attention, with great attention, he concentrated on the mind. He studied the Vedas 3 times. So initially, the first time, the Vedas are taught to Brahma, Lord Kṛṣṇa, he taught the Vedas to Brahma first time. Vedas, first man, he is the first living being, he got from the God. The same Vedas, what he did, 3 times he repeated the same thing. Scrutinizingly he studied. See, some scholars, if you want to understand something, we will read it again and again, so that we can understand what is the real meaning of that, what is said in that. If you read something, the matter we may understand not fully, the halfway, then later we'll get some 75%. Then third time, if you study study means we need to study with a full attention, concentration with the mind. Then we can get the complete knowledge, 100%, what it is said in the Shastras or any other studies, even in the material study also. Prabhupada always used to say, read my books and study. We have to scrutinizingly study my books. That's what he's saying there. We need to read, but scrutinizingly study my books. That's what Prabhupada always stressed the point. That means we need to study the books. Study means, see, reading is different, studying is different. We will read the newspaper. So while reading the newspaper, what will happen? Some of the things we will leave it. We may not be required for us. If there is a big passage, in that the initially some points may be required, and in between there is a masala will be there, and then the last, I'm talking about the material conception, and the last, what is the conclusion will be there. So if you want to study, what we will do? We will study the things. We won't give much attention to what is there in the in between. So what is there in the first and what is there in the last? Then we can understand that in between what will be there. So we can come up with the idea what is the matter in that content. So this is not a scrutiny. This is called reading. So we won't give much attention fully. But studying means we have to completely focus on that. We have to full attention should be there on that. And each and every line by line, we will understand, we will read, then we will observe that. That is called studying. So studying, sometimes one time if you study, you cannot understand. That's the reason 3 times the scholars will read 3 times, minimum 3 times. Similar way, this Brahma also, he gone through the study the Vedas 3 times. Why? Because to understand what is the conclusion of the Vedas. Because the Vedas, there are 4 kind of Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and other Veda. All the Vedas it is what it is said. See, when a Lord send us in this material world, Lord send us the demigod also. Yes, we need to do the sacrifices, and with the sacrifices, the demigod will be satisfied. So that once the demigod satisfied, then they will provide the material things, whatever required to stay in this material world, they will abundantly, they will give. For example, rain, food grains, sun, air, all those things, it is coming from the demigods. So the Vedas, it is, if you study the Vedas, if it is there, if you see the Vedas, it will be like that only. It will be examined that how to satisfy this demigod, and what is a yajna you need to do. So from that, they will be satisfied and they will provide this. So all those will be there in the Vedas. So by scrutinizingly study this. And Vedas, why it is four, it is different Vedas. It is initially the Veda was only one, because Lord gave only one Veda to Brahma. And Veda Vyas, it is divided the Vedas into four. Why? Because the mindset and mentality of the people, because not everyone can understand the same purpose, because different varieties of people are there. The four varnas are there. So depending upon the varnas, they can understand the Vedas. So for that, the different flavors of same Veda, only one Veda only, but he divided into based on the understanding of the people. That's why it became a four Vedas. So the same four Vedas also, it's a one Veda actually initially. So that one Veda is given to Lord Brahma. So what is the finalized, what is the conclusion Lord Brahma made from that? After studying scrutinizingly, study all the Vedas, he concluded that after, here you can see, after scrutinizingly examining the whole process, he ascertained that becoming a pure, unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa is the topmost perfection of all religious principles. There are so many religious principles spoken in the Vedas, but what is the topmost thing to become a pure, unalloyed devotee of Supreme Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa is the topmost perfection. So that is the conclusion he came after scrutinizingly study the Vedas. And even Kṛṣṇa also, Lord Kṛṣṇa also confirming the same in the same. Means, because if you wanted to understand something, if okay, here Prabhupada written. So what Prabhupada, he must refer from something. So from where he took it, see, he wrote the purport based on the Srimad Bhagavatam. So where we can compare with this, okay, then we can say what Lord says about that. So when we come to the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord spoke in 15.15 sloka, here Lord is saying that Sarvasya chaham ridhi sannivisto mattaha smitirjnanam apohanam cha vedaisya sarve agam yeva vedyo vedanta krit veda vidyeva chaham. Here, this last two lines. Vedaisya sarve agam yeva vedyo. So, what is the meaning of this? By all the Vedas, I am to be known. That is that. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. So here, Kṛṣṇa also confirming, by scrutinizingly study the Vedas, what will be? You will know me. That's what Kṛṣṇa is saying. Also, Vedanta Krit Vedavid Eva Chaham. So he is saying that indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta and I am the knower of the Vedas. So he only compiled that, and he is the incarnation of God here, incarnation of the Vedas. He is the incarnation of God, and he is the compiler of Vedanta. And here, I am the knower of the Vedas. So Kṛṣṇa is saying that the way from Veda, you will come to know me. That's what Kṛṣṇa is saying. But if you see the Brahmanas, widely the Brahmanas, they know the Vedas. There are Chaturvedis, Trivedis. There are multiple Vedas. If they know the four Vedas, they will call it as Chaturvedis. They know three Vedas, three Vedis. But there are different kinds of Vedis are there. But the thing is, what is their understanding? That also we need to see. It is not just, okay, they know the Vedas. It's not like that. So the Nedo means, are they coming to the conclusion similar to the Brahmaji? What is the conclusion? And as per the supreme authority, Sri Kṛṣṇa, are they coming into that same conclusion, then we can accept that whatever they are saying is correct. If they are not able to come into the conclusion, what will happen? So that also Kṛṣṇa said in the Bhagavad Gita in the 2.42 and 43. This slokas, what is saying that Yam imam pushpitam vacham pravatande avipashchitaha veda vadarataha pata nanyat astiti vadinaha kamatmanaha swargaparam janma karma phalapradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati. So here Kṛṣṇa himself is saying that men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommended various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. So here he talking about the less intelligent men with a small knowledge. Even though after studying the Vedas, the person may have understanding may be different. So if they understand in this way, they are attracted by the flowery words of the Vedas. So what it is talking about? The activities for elevation to heavenly planet. How to you can elevate to the heavenly planet? If you do this, if you Indra is satisfied, then you can go to the heavenly planet. And if you do this activities, then you will get the next birth will be a good birth. You will get the power. So if somebody attracted for all those things, what will happen? They can't understand the real meaning behind that. They can understand by reading, by hearing, by scrutinizing, studying the Vedas, Lord Kṛṣṇa to be known. Because whatever the yajna we are doing, even for the demigods, but directly it is who is the yajna Purusha, who is the receiver of the phala, yajna phala. The yajna we are doing it for Lord Vishnu. So it is said that the yajna kunda, whatever we are making, that is the mouth of Lord Vishnu. So whatever the ahuti we are putting in that is also going to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu only. But the demigods will satisfied that this person is doing the correct thing, that he is doing as per scriptures, what is said in the Vedas, he is doing the yajna. So we will provide whatever the need for that person. But the real purpose is satisfying the Vishnu, then we will get everything. That is the real purpose of the Vedas. But without understanding that, okay, if I do this demigod will satisfy and he will give everything. So that is the men of small knowledge. So there are two kind of understanding by studying the Vedas. And the Brahmanas, they study the Vedas. By studying the Vedas, they have to spread the Vedic knowledge. What is the knowledge? Kṛṣṇa is the supreme personality of Godhead. By studying the Vedas, the ultimate thing is pure devotional service, the ultimate thing to reach Kṛṣṇa. So that is the conclusion they are supposed to come. But unfortunately, the Brahmanas are not coming in that kind of conclusion. Even not only now, it is not only not, we are talking about the current Brahmanas. He's talking about even the during the 5,000 years back when Kṛṣṇa was there in the material world. That time also the way the Brahmanas are in this kind of mode only. So there is a pastime of Kṛṣṇa in the Vrindavana when Kṛṣṇa was there in the forest, that covered time. The friends of the Kṛṣṇa, they felt hungry. So they were asking Kṛṣṇa, we are feeling hungry, we need some prasada. Then Kṛṣṇa sent all those people, okay, you go nearby village, there the Brahmanas they are doing the yajna. There's a particular day they are doing the yajna. So they are doing the yajna, tell them that Balram is feeling hungry. He's not saying that I am asking. Balram is feeling hungry, go and ask them, and whatever the prasadam they are giving, bring it back. Like that they are saying. Kṛṣṇa said, see, the Vedas, the Upanishad, everything, that's what, everything, the ultimate goal of life is to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Kṛṣṇa is saying, so this coward boys, they came back and they were talking to the Brahmanas who was doing the yajna. They are telling that we are coming for the Kṛṣṇa sent us to here, and he is saying that all the yajna is supposed to be surrendered to him. So currently we are in the forest, so we are feeling hungry. So please provide any prasadam if you have. But this Brahmanas, they are fully concentrated on the yajna. During that time, they are feeling, how can I complete the yajna? That is their only fully concentration. They never give any answer to this coward boys. Then the coward boys came back to Kṛṣṇa with empty-handed. Then they told that the Brahmanas are not at all listening to us, because they are fully concentrated on doing the yajna. So without understanding the yajna Purusha, who is the Kṛṣṇa, he himself is asking the prasadam. They couldn't understand that, they couldn't realize that, but they are continuing the yajna. For that kind of yajna, there is no result will be there. Because why they are doing yajna? Though they wanted to get into the heavenly planets. They don't have the understanding that by doing this yajna, I need to satisfy Kṛṣṇa. But they were not in that mood. They were doing the yajna so that I can graduate into the heavenly planet. That is their mood, the Brahmanas' mood. Then Kṛṣṇa told to this coward boys, okay, better you go the back door of the houses. There, the Brahmana Patinis, the wife of the Brahmanas, they will be there. They are preparing all the prasadam. What is the thing required for the yajna? They will prepare. You go and get it. They will go, definitely they will give. Like that. And tell him that now Kṛṣṇa asked the prasadam. You go and tell them. Kṛṣṇa and Balaram, they are hungry. They are asking the prasadam. You go and tell, you will get it prasadam. Then again, all the coward boys, they came back to this village, and the back door, they went and met the Rishi Patnis, or the Brahmana Patnis. So the Brahmana wives, or what they are doing, they were already preparing. They were in a hurry to prepare what is the bhoga which is required to put in the yajna. So they are preparing different varieties of food grains so that it can be offered in the yajna. For that they are preparing. So then immediately this guy told, hey, Kṛṣṇa and Balaram, they were feeling hungry. They were asking the prasadam from you. Then immediately what they did, whatever they prepared, everything, all the Brahmana's wife, they are packed the thing, and they didn't think about anything. They just thought, okay, Kṛṣṇa and Balaram, they are hungry. I have to feed them. So they packed the food, everything, and they are rushing towards Kṛṣṇa and Balaram. So when they come out from the house, who are all the Brahmana's father and the relatives, they are all not allowing them to go out. They are saying that don't go out. This is now yajna is happening, you should not go out. But the Rishi Patris, the Brahmana Patris, they are very stringent on their determination. So I have to feed Kṛṣṇa. That is my duty. So I have to feed first. Yes, they heard about Kṛṣṇa. They are mesmerized with the Kṛṣṇa's flute sound. So they wanted to eagerly they wanted to meet Kṛṣṇa. So what they did, they were without concentrating on their family members or the relatives and the husband, whatever they are saying, they didn't concentrate, and they left their house with the pack of prasadam. They are rushing towards the forest. And in that, one of the Brahmana's wife, the sick in their house, they didn't allow her to go out of the house. So she left her body because they are unable to serve the Lord. So she left her body there itself. Then the other Brahmana wives, they went to Kṛṣṇa, and then they gave the prasadam to Kṛṣṇa, and they told that this is I prepared. So Kṛṣṇa and his friends, they took the prasadam. They told that, okay, now you go back to your home, because yajna is going on. So without your support, your husbands cannot complete the yajna. Better you go back to home. That's what Kṛṣṇa told to the Rishi Patnis. Sorry, Brahmana Patnis. The Brahmana Patnis told, see, we had a fight with our family members. We came against our family members' words. So now we can't go. Like that they told. Then Kṛṣṇa told, okay, we don't worry. You have to go to home, because now the yajna, it is in the halfway. If you go, then only it will be complete. So don't worry, your husbands, your relatives, they won't say anything. Better you go and complete the yajna. That's what Kṛṣṇa told them. Then all the Brahmana Patis, they came back to home. But like what Kṛṣṇa said, that's the reason, that the similar way, nobody shouted them, nobody asked any question where you went at all. The Brahmanas who are doing the yajna, they understand, okay, they at least now she came back, okay, they are rushing to complete the yajna, because the yajna should not be stopped, because their intention is, if I complete the yajna, then only I can reach Swargaloka. But the Rishi Patris, then the Brahmana Patris, the wife of Brahmanas, then they gave all what are the ingredients required, they supported, then together they completed the yajna. They didn't shout why he went. Then after completing yajna, the Brahmanas and the Rishi Patnis both were discussing, That time the Rishipatnis, they were explaining that Kṛṣṇa and Balaram, they were in hunger. So because of that, we went and we served the prasadam. They took the prasadam and we are satisfied. And then the Brahmanas are, then after that, they realized that whatever the mistake they did, because the Brahmanas, they supposed to do the yajna to satisfaction of Kṛṣṇa, but what is the self motive? I want to get into the elevator to the Sargoloka. That is their motives. Then they were regret of that, because our sense gratification, we were used to this yajna, but you Brahmana Patnis, you are wives of Brahmana, you know the purpose of life to serve the Lord. So you took everything and to serve Kṛṣṇa and Balaram. So you are you did whatever the supposed to do, but even though we are scrutinizingly studied the Vedas, we are unable to understand that. So later the Brahmanas are regret in that way. But the Brahmanas' wives, they understood that satisfying Kṛṣṇa is the topmost of everything. So from why this is the past time happened, this means the Rishi Patnis, they wanted to serve the Kṛṣṇa, eagerly want to serve Kṛṣṇa, because they know that serving Kṛṣṇa is the topmost thing. They are not worrying about the purpose of what is husband purpose. They wanted to, my husband wanted to go to Surgaloka, but they're in is, Kṛṣṇa asking means without any delay, they immediately rush to Kṛṣṇa and serve him. So that is the purpose of, they understand the real purpose of Vedas. So even in so that is the way, this is the past time why we are talking about, because the Rishi Patris, they understood the real purpose, and the Brahmanas, they were in the men with a small knowledge kind of, they were in the, what is the outcome of the yajna, so they were attached to that. But the real purpose is to satisfy the Kṛṣṇa, that the Rishi Patris, the Brahmana Patris, they understood that. So from that, this is the past time Kṛṣṇa did for this. And we are also studying the material studies, medical study, law book, everything we are studying. There are so many studies we are doing. We are studying schools from till +2. All those studies, are we remembering all those studies? No, we for exam purpose, we read and we study. Not everything we have here and there, some of the things we may remember, but not all the things we remember. But even in the material studies, the medical field, or in the law field. So those fields, they have to refer their books, whatever they studied. But particularly in the law, because without knowing the laws, they can't argue in the court. Suppose somebody wanted to put an argument, they have to specify that this law book, this is the Indian Penal Code, this is the law, this book, then this is the law number. In that number, Indian Penal Code, IPC section, this one, here it is mentioned like this. So this whatever the argument is happening, this is qualified for this. We can apply that law. That law, what it is saying, what is the punishment is saying, that punishment or something, we can give it to that. Punishment or at least we can do that. So they always quote the law number, the person. So then when they quote that, immediately what you do, the judge go and refer that law. Okay, whether this is law, it is what it is saying, whether it is matching with the current situation, what is the argument is happening. If it is matching, then the judge will accept. Then what is the mention in that law book, he will give that the solution from that. So this is in the law. So how the law is working in this material world, the similar way, this Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, these are all the law books for all of us. So the law books, what it is saying, we have to follow just like this, just what it is. So if you are abide in the law book, what law book is saying, that we don't want to get into any troubles, because we are under the law. We are whatever law is saying, we have to do this, we are doing this. We don't do this, we don't do this. Then we don't have any problem. The similar way, whatever the law books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, what it is saying, if you are understanding, if you are following in that in our life, then do's and don'ts, then we will be saved and we will get the final thing, like Brahma, scrutinizingly, after studying this, what is the final conclusion is, devotional service to the Lord is the topmost of everything. That is the conclusion he after studying the Vedas. Similar thing after studying, because Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is not less than any Vedas. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Vedas. Srimad Bhagavatam also, it is all the Vedic scriptures, because the Srila Vyasadeva in his matured time, because after writing all the scriptures, Vedas and all the scriptures, combining all these things, finally he combined Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is the matured, the Srimad Bhagavatam is the matured fruit. That means he put the essence from all the things, because initially he was very sad before writing Srimad Bhagavatam. When his ātmani came, his spiritual master, then he expressed his feelings, because I am not satisfied. Even I told so many scriptures, I am still not satisfied. Then ātmani blessed him, told him that you wrote everything, but you not glorify the Lord. So better you write about the Lord's pastimes, so that you combine that Lord's pastimes, then you will be satisfied. Then he compiled the Srimad Bhagavatam. So after doing that, then he fully satisfied. So that is the way. So the Srimad Bhagavatam came in that way. So that Srimad Bhagavatam, we are scrutinizingly, we have to study. The Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, scrutinizingly study. So each and every time, even though if you repeat the same sloka again and again, if you study, every time you will get the different meaning, different understanding. Each and every word has the multiple meanings are there. So it's a deep meaning, deep study it is. So it is not a one-time study like Brahma studied. For his level, he studied 3 times. For our level, we have to study again and again. Our entire life, we have to spend on this study. And yes, we know that Kṛṣṇa is, we also, everybody, all this, from Brahma and to the, till all the, our Prabhupada, everywhere, everybody, all the acharyas are saying that attaining the, doing the pure devotional service is the topmost of everything. So even though we know the answer, but how to realize that, how to understand that fully, how to accept that fully? By reading scrutinizingly, by studying scrutinizingly these scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, again and again, then we can also come to the same conclusion. So the study is very much important. Multiple times we have to study so that we can scholar in that. Hare Krishna. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.